Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. The prevention, detection, and punishment of crime on the nation's highways require constant vigilance and selfless devotion to duty on the part of our law enforcement personnel. Many types of crime and criminals are encountered by the Highway Patrol in their round-the-clock activity, including unexplained outbreaks of violence. Such a case occurred on August 18th near the small town of Bellport.
When did you first decide that you couldn't live without me?
Something tells me if I come up with the wrong answer, our marriage is off.
Well, I wouldn't say that. You know, husbands are a lot harder to find now than they were in Grandma's day.
Well, then you should appreciate the fact that you have one hooked and ready to be hauled in. Not ask any leading questions.
All right. I'll promise to do much better in the future if you'll just answer me one small question now.
All right, it's a deal. What's the question?
When did you first decide that you couldn't live without me?
Oh, by the way, I have 2 more names to go on the list. Excuse me, honey.
Yeah.
Hello? I'd like to speak to Robert Hoffman, please. Well, I'm sorry, Robert Hoffman is out of town. This is his son speaking. May I help you?
You might at that. I'm interested in that Bellport property your father has for sale. I'd like to talk to him about it. Where can I get in touch with him?
Well, I don't think he'd be interested in talking about the property right now. Maybe when he returns.
I know he has a cabin at Rain Mountain. Is he up there?
Well, yes, he is. But he asked me not to bother him except in an emergency. But he does call once in a while, so if you give me your name and phone number, I'll...
Who was that on the phone? Am I beginning to sound too much like a wife already?
I don't know. Said he wanted to talk to Dad about some property. I asked for his name, he hung up.
I think I'll go call Mom and give her these 2 new names to put on the list.
Okay, that's a good idea. Hello, Tommy. Now, look, this isn't going to solve anything.
Johnny! Johnny!
Yeah, I've got everything cleaned up now, so I'll pick up the golf clubs and meet you at the course in about a half hour or so. Wait a minute, wait, take it easy. Don't use that word sneak out. This line might be tapped. Hold it.
They're shooting at the residence of Robert Hoffman on the outskirts of Bellport.
Look, you better find yourself another pigeon. I'll play you next week. Yeah. Come on, let's go.
Aunt Catherine. Oh, hello, Tommy. My, I must have fallen asleep.
Have you got any money?
Why, some. Why?
I need it. I'll pay you back, but I've got to have a little money.
What for?
I'm tired. I need a rest. I'm going up in the mountains for a few days.
Well, Tommy, you've been doing nothing but resting for a long time now.
I told you. I'm tired. I need a rest. What more do you want?
I want the truth. Tommy, you can't go on doing what you're doing. You've got to straighten up and stop this brooding.
Don't preach. For heaven's sakes, don't preach.
Tommy, are you in trouble?
Who said I was in trouble?
Well, I just asked a simple question.
I told you I wasn't in any trouble, didn't I? Now, just get me the money and I'll be all right.
Doctor says you can talk to her now.
What's her name?
Jean Deasy. She's not going to be an easy witness.
Cases like this, they seldom are. I'm Mathews, Highway Patrol. Can you tell us exactly what happened?
Why? That's all I want to know. Why did something like this have to happen to Johnny?
Look, we're supposed to catch this person. Now, the longer we stall, the more miles he puts between us.
I know. We were out there on the porch. I came in here to make a phone call. I heard Johnny say, "Hello, Tommy." Then the shot. When I got out there, he was dead.
Do you know of any Johnny's friends or enemies, for that matter, called Tommy?
No.
Anybody else live here with him?
His father, Robert Hoffman.
Robert Hoffman. Where is he now?
He's away.
Away where?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I'll talk to you later. Well, all we know is the killer's name is Tommy.
Did young Hoffman have any relatives?
Yeah, his father, but he's away somewhere.
Well, that covers a lot of territory.
I will start the wheels rolling and see if we can find Robert Hoffman. I'm going to check every paper in the house.
Where did you say you were going?
I told you I need a rest. There's a little place in the mountains where Dad and I used to fish.
I thought your father was mixed up in this. What are you going to do? Brood for him all your life?
Mind your own business.
He was my brother. Doesn't that make it my business, too?
You don't understand. Nobody does. Dad was more than just my father.
But, Tommy, just because he died...
He didn't die. He was murdered in cold blood.
That's an awful thing to say.
And Hoffman will suffer for it, believe me. He'll suffer just as much as I have for all these months.
Stop it, Tommy.
I thought about him every minute of that time. About Hoffman and that stupid son of his.
Look, Tommy, you've got to quit hating Mr. Hoffman. Anybody'll tell you hate does awful things to you. You've got to stop it, Tommy. It'll hurt you more than it'll hurt him.
We'll see about that. If anybody comes by and starts asking questions, just say I'm away for a while. You don't know where. Understand?
Go through all these papers. See if you can find any friends, relatives, or business associates with the name of Tommy.
We could use some next of kin besides Robert Hoffman. What about the girl's family?
Well, I talked to the mother. She can't help us any. I'm going back to headquarters. The doc's going to call me when I can talk to her.
Well, maybe when she gets out of shock, she'll remember a Tommy somewhere along the line.
Hope you're right. $21.50 to headquarters.
Headquarters, bye.
Contact all social organizations and merchants for personal friends of John or Robert Hoffman. See if you can find out anybody in the area knows a guy by the name of Tommy. 10-4?
10-4.
Hello. Is this the Parker Real Estate Office? Well, I'm trying to locate Robert Hoffman's cabin, and it looks like I'm lost. I've been there before, but today I must have made a wrong turn off the highway. Can you straighten me out and direct me to his cabin? You can't. I see. Okay, I'll try the store. Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much. That was Doc Barnes. He just gave Miss Decia a sedative. We can't talk to her for 6 or 8 hours.
Well, I found the names of 2 people named Tommy or Thomas. But I checked them out, and they're both in the clear.
Well, that's the way it is. We can't do anything about it. But let me tell you one thing. We better find the real Tommy before he knocks off somebody else.
Tommy was in possession of information which Mathews did not have. Information received from John Hoffman before the shooting. And while the highway patrol was apparently without the slightest clue to the killer, Tommy was already in the Rain Mountain Resort area, making a concentrated effort to locate John Hoffman's cabin.
I think we've located every Robert Hoffman in the county except the one we're trying to find. Now, it looks like he's tried to fix it so he can't be found.
Did we check John Hoffman and his father for a record of any kind?
Oh, no, didn't see any reason why we should.
I'd get on and see what you can dig up on him.
Okay.
All right, I'll call you on that later. Yeah, that's right. So long.
There is a Hoffman record. John's in the clear, but Robert was arrested 8 months ago on a manslaughter charge, accused of reckless driving and in causing the death of a man named Brent Shug.
Let's see now. At the trial, he was found not guilty. Well, look, the papers didn't carry this, but Brett Chug has a son. His name is Tommy.
I've got the Chug address.
Let's check him out. Dan Mathews, Highway Patrol. Tommy Chug live here?
Yes, he does. Won't you come in?
Thank you.
Would you folks like to sit down?
No, thanks. We want to talk to Tommy, that's all.
Why, Tommy isn't here. He said he'd be gone for a few days.
Did he tell you where he was going?
Yes, he said he was going up to the mountains for a rest.
Rain Mountain?
Well, that's the only one around here in easy reach.
Are you his mother?
No, I'm his aunt. Tommy's in trouble, isn't he?
Well, to tell you the truth, we don't know. All we know is a guy named Tommy killed John Hoffman.
Oh, no. Oh, that couldn't be Tommy. He hated John's father, but not John.
Did he hate John's father because of the automobile accident?
Yes, he did. Tommy idolized his father. And Brent felt the same way about Tommy. Oh, they were always together. And then, when Brent was killed, Tommy almost went haywire.
Did you ever hear him threaten to kill Robert Hoffman?
Oh, no. Tommy's a good boy, kind of hot-headed, but he's a good boy.
Yeah, I know, they always are. Look, could you give us a picture of Tommy, or his description, also the car he was driving and the license number?
Oh, yes, I'm sure I can do that. Mr. Mathews, Tommy's been brooding a lot lately. He wouldn't hurt anybody. I'm sure of it.
Well, I hope you're right.
Sure I know Bob Hoffman. What about him?
Well, I've been to his cabin a half a dozen times, and not a day I can't find it. Can you give me the right directions?
Well, I suppose so, but...
But what?
Well, Bob hasn't been feeling right lately. Still has to walk with a cane. Got a bad leg from an auto smash-up.
I know.
Last time he was in, he looked better.
I'm glad to hear that, but how do I get to the cabin?
Well, son, I'm not supposed to say. Bob told me. He said that he had something to work out and he wanted to do it by himself.
Look, my business is important. His son John's very ill. If I don't get to Mr. Hoffman pretty soon, he may never see his son again.
Well, now that's different. I tell you what. You go straight up the road here for 2 miles, then take the dirt road to the left.
2 miles and then turn to the left.
That's right. Now, you'll come to a dead end, so leave your car there and go down the footpath for about 100 yards. You can't miss it. It's the only cabin around there.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Get me Highway Patrol headquarters. Thanks.
Highway Patrol Headquarters.
This is Mathews. APB on Thomas G. Chugg. He's Caucasian, about 5'9", 158 pounds. Got dark hair, he's light complexioned. He's between 24 and 25 years of age. He was last seen wearing a gray sports jacket, light shirt, and dark trousers. He's also driving a green and white station wagon, license number 6 John 250. We think he's headed toward the Rain Mountain area. I'll notify all merchants, gas stations, cabin rentals, and stores in that area. Have him call headquarters if anybody asks for the whereabouts of a Robert Hoffman. Also keep looking for Hoffman. If you find him, have him call headquarters right away. Yeah, that's it. Right.
Well, we got a motive for him killing John Hoffman. Revenge.
And we got a better motive for Tommy killing John's father, too. Thanks for your help.
Headquarters to 2150.
2150 by.
Storekeeper on Rain Mountain Road reports man answering Tommy Chugg's description made inquiries for Robert Hoffman.
What's the store's 1020?
About 4 miles north of Lazy Ridge Cutoff.
We're about 8 miles from there. Any units closer than we are?
No, 3212 is covering area 12 miles north.
Set up roadblocks on all exits from Rain Mountain area. Instruct 3212 to move south to rendezvous at the store. 10-4?
10-4.
I'm Mathews, Highway Patrol.
Oh, yes, the officer said you'd be here. Say, that fella that was here sure wanted to know where Bob Hoffman lived.
You didn't tell him, did you?
I didn't exactly tell him. He sort of talked it out of me.
Where does Hoffman live?
Well, you go straight ahead 2 miles and turn to the left on the dirt road. You come to a dead end, then down a footpath for about 100 yards.
All right, thanks very much. Let's go. this is his car, all right. He's got to be around here someplace. Get on the horn, close off this area. I'll meet you at the cabin.
Yeah. There's no one in the house.
He's got to be around here someplace. You know, we could be sitting ducks. I'll bet you he's doing one of two things.
Yeah, probably hiding, waiting for Hoffman to show up.
Either that or out looking for Hoffman. Let's take him one at a time. Chug! Tommy Chug! You can probably see and hear me. Why don't you come out and give yourself up? For one thing, we're not going to leave this neighborhood till we make sure Chug's not here.
It's about even money he is hiding around here, too.
Hey, you're probably right. Let's circle the house. I'll meet you south of it.
Nothing so far.
Yeah, I came up empty, too. Let's widen the circle and work back. Hit the dirt! Hit it! Fast! Now, come on, drop that gun. It's your last chance. Drop it! You all right?
I guess so. Poor boy.
I don't know. That's a matter of opinion. They killed your son this morning. See Highway Patrol next week. Until then, remember, leave your blood at the Red Cross or your community blood bank, not on the highway. This is Broderick Crawford saying, see you next week.